Hello and welcome to Brilliant POV. Welcome to our video on the heart-wrenching topic of mass shootings in America. In recent years, these senseless acts of violence have tragically impacted our communities and nation, leaving behind a trail of devastation and grief. In this video, we will take an in-depth look at some of the most devastating mass shootings in America's history, such as the Las Vegas Strip shooting, the Pulse nightclub shooting, and the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. We will delve into the emotionally charged debate surrounding gun control and hear from both sides of the argument. We will also explore ways to prevent these tragic events and keep our communities safe. Finally, we will touch on the important and often overlooked connection between mental health and mass shootings, and provide support and coping strategies for those who have survived these unimaginable horrors. The Las Vegas Strip shooting, which occurred on October 1, 2017, is considered to be one of the worst mass shootings in U.S. history. A lone gunman, Stephen Paddock, opened fire on a crowd of concertgoers from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, killing 58 people and injuring 851 others. The motive for the shooting remains unknown, as Paddock killed himself before police could apprehend him. The shooting prompted widespread calls for stricter gun control laws and renewed discussions about mental health and mass shootings in the United States. The Pulse nightclub shooting occurred on June 12, 2016, in Orlando, Florida. The shooter, Omar Mateen, targeted the Pulse nightclub, a popular gay nightclub, and killed 49 people while injuring 58 others. The attack was the deadliest mass shooting by a single gunman and the deadliest incident of violence against LGBT people in U.S. history. Mateen was killed in a shootout with police and his motive for the shooting is still debated, but it is widely believed that Mateen carried out the attack as an act of Islamist terrorism, as he pledged allegiance to ISIS during the attack. The shooting led to an outpouring of support for the victims and their families, as well as renewed calls for stricter gun control laws. The Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting occurred on December 14, 2012, in Newtown, Connecticut. The shooter, Adam Lanza, killed 26 people, including 20 children between the ages of 6 and 7, as well as 6 adult staff members, before taking his own life. The shooting took place in the Sandy Hook Elementary School, where Lanza had attended as a child. The incident was one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history and it shocked the nation and the world. The victims' families and survivors have been pushing for stricter gun laws, mental health reform and school safety laws. It also sparked a renewed national debate about gun control, school safety, and access to mental health care. The Virginia Tech shooting occurred on April 16, 2007, in Blacksburg, Virginia. The shooter, Seung-Hwae Cho, killed 32 people and injured 17 others in a shooting spree that took place across 2 locations on the Virginia Tech campus. The attack is the deadliest mass shooting by a single gunman in U.S. history. Cho was a student of the university and his motives for the shooting were not completely understood, but it is believed that he was suffering from severe mental illness. The shooting led to widespread calls for improved mental health care and stricter gun control laws. It also prompted a national conversation about campus safety and security, as well as the warning signs of potential mass shooters. The Texas church shooting occurred on November 5, 2017, in Sutherland Springs, Texas. The shooter, Devin Patrick Kelly, killed 26 people and injured 20 others at the First Baptist Church, where the victims were attending a Sunday service. The attack was the deadliest mass shooting at a place of worship in U.S. history. Kelly had a history of domestic violence and had been discharged from the Air Force for bad conduct, but he was able to purchase the firearms used in the shooting due to a failure in the FBI's background check system. The shooting led to widespread calls for stricter gun control laws, and for better reporting of domestic violence and mental health information to the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. It also prompted discussions about the safety of places of worship and how to prevent such mass shooting. The Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School shooting occurred on February 14, 2018, in Parkland, Florida. The shooter, Nicolas Cruz, killed 17 people and injured 17 others at the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, where the victims were students and staff. It is considered one of the deadliest school shootings in the U.S. history. Cruz was a former student of the school and had a history of behavioral and mental health issues. He was able to purchase the firearms used in the shooting legally despite red flags and warning signs. The shooting led to widespread calls for stricter gun control laws, and for better reporting of behavioral and mental health information to the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. It also prompted discussions about the school safety and how to prevent such mass shootings. The victims' families and survivors have been pushing for change and activism in gun control laws and school safety laws, and it has been one of the most influential events for the gun control movement in the U.S. The El Paso Walmart shooting occurred on August 3, 2019, In El Paso, Texas, the shooter, Patrick Crusius, killed 22 people and injured 26 others at a Walmart store, where the victims were shopping. Crusius targeted the Walmart store due to the large number of Hispanic shoppers, and the attack is considered a hate crime. The shooter posted a manifesto online before the attack, expressing white supremacist and racist views, as well as anti-immigrant sentiment. The shooting led to widespread condemnation and calls for stricter gun control laws, as well as for a stronger response to hate crimes and white supremacist ideology. It also prompted discussions about the safety of public spaces and how to prevent mass shootings. The victims' families and the community have been pushing for change and activism in gun control laws and hate crime laws. The San Bernardino shooting occurred on December 2, 2015, in San Bernardino, California. The shooters, Syed Rizwan Farouk and Tashfeen Malik, killed 14 people and injured 22 others at a training event and holiday party being held at the Inland Regional Center. The attack is considered a terrorist act and was the deadliest terrorist attack on U.S. soil since 9/11. Farouk and Malik were radicalized and pledged allegiance to the Islamic State before carrying out the attack. They were killed in a shootout with police later that day. The shooting led to widespread condemnation and calls for stricter gun control laws, as well as for a stronger response to terrorism. It also prompted discussions about the safety in the workplace and how to prevent mass shootings. The victims' families and the community have been pushing for change and activism in gun control laws and anti-terrorism laws. In conclusion, mass shootings in America is a heavy topic that has affected us all. As we have seen throughout this video, these tragic events have left a lasting impact on families, communities, and our nation as a whole. We have delved deep into the emotionally charged debate surrounding gun control and heard from both sides of the argument. We have also explored ways to prevent these senseless acts of violence and keep our communities safe. And we have highlighted the importance of addressing the connection between mental health and mass shootings. It's important to remember that behind every statistic, there are real people with real stories who have been affected by these events. We must continue to have open and honest conversations about this issue and work together to find solutions that will make our communities a safer place for everyone. We hope this video has provided you with some insight, resources, and inspiration to be part of the change. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.